conversing with the spirit world about money and power this morning. See, the fact that I'm doing a YouTube channel talking in these states of awareness that aren't ordinary influences the way people see me who I've never met, which influences my money, my power, my relationships with people who might be involved with mass media themselves in ways I don't understand and I don't care. It's not important to me. I was just at a shamanic dreaming circle last night. I had some amazing experiences where we discussed things spontaneously. Other people talked about dreams and impressions that had things to do with dreams and impressions that I'd had before the circle. So it was like a vortex of energy where symbolism appeared, messages appeared that had things to do with what had been going on in my life, what had been going on in everybody's life. And that was evidence that there was spirit influence, and I want more of that influence, and I want less of the world's influence, and I want less of the influence of corporations, and I want less of the influence of entertainment, which claims to present spiritual archetypes but really just presents melodrama. I want less of Hollywood High School. I'm narrowing and focusing, thinking about political candidates. There was somebody there I'd never met before who had recently worked for a political candidate who's been known as being in the race but isn't right now. And I'm not mentioning their name because I don't want to be involved in politics, so I'm finding that boundary. However, I have a better impression of that candidate, that one of their supporters would be talking about them at a shamanic circle. And for years and years I've gone to shamanic circles and then gone to work and not talked about it because it doesn't belong there, which is fine. And yet I felt like I don't belong in the world because I don't know how my spiritual beliefs relate to my political and my economic situation, and I need to know. So tonight I'm working on that issue. I felt a wonderful single-pointed focus on my own spirit last night so that I didn't care what anybody else thought, and I'm kind of returning to it now. And I'm going on YouTube in that state of awareness so I can improve my focus. It's happening to me very naturally. So I woke up this morning and those issues, that's nice. There was an interruption there. That was a spirit interrupting me, helping me focus. Issues. I wonder if that word means anything. Issues is something that comes forth. This will issue forth. So the spirit is issuing forth, possibly into my awareness. I had an amazing state of awareness early in the morning a couple days ago where my dead grandparents appeared before me, and it didn't give me a different perspective on their personalities, it gave me a different perspective on the world they lived in. So when I think of the spirits of the dead, I imagine their lives. I get fleeting glimpses in my mind's eye of the lives that they've lived and the places they might be now. But when they appear in a more specific way, like standing before me in a room, reminding me of the lives that they've lived that they're now passed on in the divine plan, then it gives a sense of boundaries to those fleeting imaginations I have when I daydream of them in a more distant way, saying, well, that was their life over there, and then I have to be involved in my life here in this world. Even though I don't know what this particular night of channeling is, it's actually the most specific and clear, possibly, of any that I've done. My focus on the spirit world is much more clear. My sense of directedness. I'm thinking about last Wednesday, I was having a video session with a channel, and it was the clearest I'd ever had in 10 years of working with that particular channel. This was, and I paused there, and I watched myself pause. You know, it's interesting because that channel will tone, will sing, and it's interesting to watch them get very dramatically involved in their own trance. So there, for a minute, I paused, and I watched myself pause on video while I was interrupted by a sensation. And I'm still maintaining a very clear focus on the spirit that appeared to me last night, or it's a spirit that I've known and I've seen in fleeting glimpses over the years, who, it's Kara, and I'm watching myself on camera now with the intention of putting this on YouTube within a matter of hours, just to see the emotional focus of it. See what it means. I'm doing the focusing now. I'm not saying a whole lot. What it means and what it implies when I think about that layer of my life, you know, calculating the meaning of entertainment products, things you see on the web, understandings of various relationships with people who work in or are present in that area of social media, how it relates to the big picture of all the politicians going around trying to get elected. And what it means to see myself channeling when I'm in various states of forgetting what the camera is seeing, or forgetting the direction. Because the focus on the spirit world is staying very clear. And the outer world changes. So even though I'm looking at myself in this camera, I'm actually very focused inward and feeling very good. So I'm dreaming now. I'm in a state similar to a shamanic dream. And I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to let the camera run for a couple more minutes and do this. And then I'll put it on the web. I'm wondering when it should be over now. And that's an important thing to be wondering, because in my daily life I try to get these spiritual influences. I'm on the time clock of the workaday world. You know, paying bills and getting to work on time. And now I'm on video, and it'll be on YouTube, and I'm in that dreaming state, that timeless state. And I'm wondering, how long is it necessary to be on YouTube? Because I can be in this state after I turn the camera off. I am normalizing. I am using this process to normalize my sense of spirit contact, to compare it to the very limited intellectual, emotional range of thinking about politics in the web and things I read on the web. I am bringing spirit presence into my daily life with this recording. But the question is, how long does it need to go on? You know, where's the stopping place? How do they blend? How do these altered states blend with my daily life? I had a dream after I started these videos that I was in an operating room and evil doctors were operating on a man and replacing his body parts with machinery. And then I became lucid in that dream and I said, I destroy this. And the dream disappeared. So I defeated the evil villains and I woke up. I didn't know what it meant until last night at the circle. I realized that these video channelings can be like moments of lucidity in the dream of life. I'm developing that moment of lucidity. So I'm using this video camera to distance me from the world so I can attain a point of stillness. It's anti-channeling, it's space. You know, instead of bringing information, I'm bringing nothing. I'm bringing nothing into my life so I can counteract the imagination of the web. The false promises of something out there, so I can focus on what's in here. So at that point, having said that, I feel this shift in energy and I feel it's appropriate to end the video.